What's making dating so difficult is that women are still unknowingly perpetuating patriarchal ideas when they want a more modern relationship.
Yo, what's good? This your boy, Flossie. Let you know what's up on what's going down. Go ahead, hit that like button for your boy. So I came across this interesting clip right here. And I don't know if this woman is in the psychoanalytic field or whatever, but I must say she did a solid job of breaking down one of the components contributing to the lack of relationships. You feel me? Healthy relationships. And she did it rather eloquently, I must say. In a nutshell, there is a large sector of women that unrealistically want their cake and eat it too. But I'm gonna let her speak hers and let you know what I'm thinking.
So I don't care if you want a traditional relationship or if you want a modern day one, but the problem is when you come with such high expectations, wanting both. So a lot of women break the mold of traditional households or dynamics. Like, I'm the boss ass bitch, I have my own business, I make my own money, I have my own opinions. That is great. You have broken the mold. You better be giving potential partners the same grace.
Yeah, yeah. In a lot of cases, when a woman fights her way up the corporate ladder to be in a high position, she will develop some masculine traits because it's kind of inevitable because she had to. You feel me? She had to be stoic at times. She had to, play hardball. You feel me? Be aggressive in order to get in the position she's currently in. And that could be difficult for some women to turn off when it comes to their personal relationships. So if she's used to being aggressive at work, she probably gonna be aggressive when it comes to the men in her life. If she's bossy and argumentative at work, it's probably gonna reflect in her personal life. If she's used to getting her way, she doesn't negotiate, she probably gonna be the same. Not gonna be as flexible, not gonna be as agreeable. So that could be a turnoff to a masculine man that already has his life together and really just wants a soft, nurturing, loving woman supportive by his side. You feel me? So, what's that going to do? Her being masculine is going to attract a man that isn't as masculine as she may want. And that's when you see successful women complain about not finding, quote unquote real men because the men you want are not attracted to what you have to offer. Might be a little bit too much masculine on that plate. You feel me?
Because the expectations that people have with men being financial providers and being able to lead in relationships and be gentlemen and have this chivalrous behavior, those are all ideas and concepts created and perpetuated by the patriarchy. Probably more positive ones, but what people are doing is that they're nitpicking what they like and don't like and treating it like it's a buffet. It's not a buffet because if you make $300,000 a year, you don't need a man to make more money.
I mean, I don't hear the lie, man. Hey, and I get the psychology. Women want to feel like a man is on their level or above them, most of the time above them. But if you already making that much money, what you gonna expect to find? You already made your pool very small if your number one requirement is for a man to make more than you. Because you're already in a small percentile. When men work hard in life to make a lot of money, it's to support a family. If a woman is working hard to make crazy money and she don't plan to support anybody, and she just wants to find a man that makes more than her so she could pocket the rest, what's the point of all that? you know? And hey, I'm not saying you better not achieve, girl. You better stop achieving. You better stop making all that money. Nah, hey, reach for the stars. You want to make 5 million, 10 million, do you. You feel me? But you just have to be realistic with the trade-off. You can't have everything.
You can desire a man to make more money, and that's okay. But you cannot hold men to a standard that you yourself do not meet. And so, if you want them to be more traditional and you're not traditional, It is hypocritical. Men have become more passive and more feminized than they have in the past because the conditions aren't set up for them to succeed as easily as they used to. The common man cannot support an entire family off of an average income. It's just not possible. And so while women were developing more skill sets, developing more masculine traits, men were kind of getting a reality check where, oh shit, I am being invited to a level of masculinity that hasn't been required before because the bar has been risen. So a lot of men are struggling to step up and meet those expectations.
Shit, I tell you, back in the day, a man could work at a power plant, a car factory assembly line, and have a house, 2 kids, a wife, and a dog with a car. The game ain't the same now, man. It's all the way fucked up. So if you want to come with high expectations for modern and traditional, yeah, like this woman said, you tripping.
But if you don't want a traditional life, if you don't want to be a trad wife, that is totally okay. The old paradigm hasn't completely eroded yet. A lot of people still want that, and that's fine. But if you don't want that, you need to be able to adjust your expectations to something new. Relationships aren't going to look like what you're used to. There's a lot of conditioning that women don't know they still have that are perpetuating these things that they claim they don't believe in and that they don't want. There's a lot of modern day feminists still being provided for by a man. Those actions aren't aligning with the belief system. And there's a lot of like hyper independent, business babes that want more traditional setup, but they have a hard time delegating decisions or letting go of control and being able to be more flexible. So when it comes to modern day dating, you better know yourself because it requires a lot of knowing yourself and identifying your strengths and weaknesses. Modern day relationships looks like, hey, I'm really good in this area, so I will make decisions in this area. You're really good in this area, so you make decisions in that area, and then we'll come together for the rest. You need to be able to know yourself, though. You need to be able to be independent, but also emotionally available to have those conversations. Because what people tend to do is like the moment a partner brings something up that requires them to change, they will like summon like irrelevant, illogical arguments out of thin air. Oh no, you're trying to control me. You're trying to suppress me. I'm an independent woman. Oh wait, you better be providing for me. Like the next day, they're like, oh, you better be providing for me and you better be doing X, Y, Z. So they're manipulating and they're weaponizing like old traditional setups to like modern day dating. Like there is no consistency. This is why I'm saying know yourself. Because this whole like whiplash thing that you're doing to manipulate someone to not have to change, to not have to decide, is only making you both miserable. A lot of people come into relationships thinking they need things that they don't. We actually have very little needs from another person. We have a lot more desires, but we're calling our desires needs. And that's just not the case.
Definitely a lot of misery floating around because of this. I mean, you got a lot of dudes confused on what to do and women confused on what they want. Yo, you can't talk about you want a leader, you want a man to lead you, but then you don't want a man to tell you what to do. You want a man to provide for you, but yet you want to be independent and make your own money and hold it to yourself. It's just a lot of contradiction, And until someone that thinks like this can be real with themselves about trade-offs, they will be forever frustrated because they're chasing a fantastical situation. Just a fantasy. But let me know what y'all think about this. Always love reading y'all thoughts. Like, comment, subscribe. Hope you have a beautiful day. Till next time, baby, I'm out.